What's going on, everybody? So we thought we would share a little extra news with everybody and let people see that we've decided to do a little change tonight or today, this week.
No RV this week.
No RV, no pets, just big old boat
And us.
and us.
Yes.
So
Yay.
we're going to take a little vacation, put our feet in the sand, go cruise around the ocean for a little bit, and then we'll be back. We didn't take a lot of video during our time here, but we did want to share with you our experiences and what fun we had. It was just an enjoyable all around time, except for a small little piece, but we'll get to that in a second. But trust us, it didn't take us any time for, well, at least one of us to get really comfortable right out of the gate. And then once we got situated, we hit the road, hit the water, and we got a really cool view of the spaceport and SpaceX and NASA, and we were able to really see all the cool things. So if you guys know us or seen any of our other videos, we like to watch the launches. So we'll put a pin up there for watching a couple of the launches in the past. But it was kind of cool to see all the recovery boats and everything that they use for the recovery of the fuselages and the capsules and everything else. So it was kind of neat to see. So we made it. We made it on the boat. Sorry, the video is going to be a little shaky because I'm using my phone. But we're here. We made it up to the very top deck of the ship, to the smoking section. But boy, oh boy, what a view.
It's alright. It's worth it. Worth every bit of smoke I inhale.
Oh, it's only one smoker up here. So.
Yeah, no. But it is gorgeous. So
then as we sat there and just kind of took it all in, you really get to see the enormity of this ship. But you can also see the enormity of the wonderful views and sunsets as well. But of course, any cruise, especially your first one, you got to do a little bit of the corny, cliche, Titanic stuff. So we're no different in here. You can see it here in all its glory. But don't worry, she wasn't the only one. I had to get in on the action a little bit too. Can't leave it all to the ladies.
After some goofing around, we made our way down to the main deck to watch some movies on the big screen and caught a really cool view of the moon that night. But it was cool. They had movies playing all the time. So after that, we decided to go take the Learn to Draw class with Captain Minnie. I'm not much of an artist, so guess whose is whose. All that drawing worked up quite the appetites. We headed over to 1923, a 20s themed restaurant on the ship with amazing food. And afterwards, we ran into some characters. We strolled back to the room and got some pretty cool views of the water at night and the lights from the ship in the water. And came back, our turn down service had been there, and we had Mr. Crab for the first night. So this was the view for breakfast on Tuesday. I don't know about you, but I could definitely go for this view every morning for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
good morning. First full day. And we are going to NASA. We're already docked, I believe. And we are Team Anna today. Going to Atlantis. Take pictures, I hope.
Once we got off the boat, we jumped onto a small bus and took a drive through Nassau.
It was a pretty cool drive. Lots of open buildings, palm trees, blue skies. It was pretty awesome. After a quick little jaunt around town, down through a tunnel, and back out we came. We were at Atlantis, ready to have some fun in the sun and play with some dolphins. once we got over to Atlantis and got to the Dolphin Cay, this is probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. But watching Steph's face play with these dolphins was just downright amazing. You got right in there. You got to play around with them. You got to touch them. You got to play with them. And they even played back a little bit.
Definitely one of my favorite parts of the trip. This has been a bucket list item for me forever, and it was even more cool than I thought. Our little dolphin friend there, my new buddy, his name is Julian, and he waved, he played, he rolled over, he let me pet his fins, he let me pet his belly. It was just great. It was awesome.
Yep. So after we got done with the dolphins, we hopped back on a quick shuttle back over to the main buildings of Atlantis, and just walked around, checked some stuff out. It was pretty awesome. But again, the vibe was just laid back island, slow, take it easy type environment, and this was a great place to just wind down and just take it all in, check it out, take it all in after playing with the dolphins.
I don't think either of us were really ready to leave. I think next time we go back, we should definitely plan to spend some more time there. Even though I think we could have both spent all day there, it was time we had to leave and go back to the ship. But we were happy to get back on the Wish, and sad to say goodbye to Nassau, but excited to head off to Castaway Cay for our next adventure. When we got back on the ship, we were greeted by some of our favorite Disney characters. Got to see Minnie and Daisy, and in the grand ballroom just below where we're at here, there were meet and greets with the princesses and things like that, and Mickey Mouse, Chip and Dale. It was just really cool watching the characters take time to interact with the kids and the families. Big fan of going to Disney and seeing the characters anyways, but on the ship, it's like they took those interactions like to the next level, and that was really cool watching the kids, with the big cheesy smiles and the characters just really taking some time to interact with them.
Yeah, and with all these cool character interactions going on, we thought it'd be a good time to go see the Hyperspace Lounge because it wasn't busy. Usually this place is packed and it's hard to find a seat. But as we made our way in, we were pleasantly surprised with pretty much the whole thing to ourselves other than one table. But it was really cool to see, and we were able to experience all the different things and check out the menu. Prices weren't exactly where I would say proper or whatever, but it had a cool video screen out, looking out at space and seeing the different things going on. It wasn't interactive, but it was evolving. So what you're seeing here is, you're seeing a couple different ships, some TIE fighters, and then you're going to see the X-Wing Rebellion class ships come in and take over, and then we're just going to get out of this galaxy and go to the next one. So it was kind of a cool little experience, a little immersive, or semi-immersive, I guess I would say, and it was interesting and a lot of fun to see.
Yeah, so from there we went upstairs to check out the top deck where they have their movie showing and some snacks. We got some soft serve ice cream and started watching part of Big Hero 6. This is one of our boys' favorite shows, especially this part.
Funny how you're getting it? I will add fist bumps to my forgiving matrix. Alright, let's go get that guy.
So next stop was for dinner at Worlds of Marvel. It was a pretty cool restaurant. It's got a whole Marvel themed show. It's interactive, whole thematic restaurant show with good food and guest appearance from our friend Spider-Man. One thing I really liked about our cruise was the desserts at the restaurants were awesome. So from there we headed back to the room for a good night's sleep and to enjoy our food coma. We were in Castaway Cay, Disney's island in the Bahamas, and I tried snorkeling for the first time and loved it. After snorkeling, we went and kind of toured around the rest of Castaway Cay. But Brian wasn't really feeling too well, so we went ahead and head back to the ship. While Brian took some time to rest, I kind of poked around the ship, checking out some of the other places to eat, some of the shops, the views, things like that. Not sure how it happened, but somehow I ended up here at Untangled and got a pedicure. So it was pirate night on the ship. I thought it was cool that the characters had their pirate costumes and whatnot. And then I went and played some bingo. I didn't win anything, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think Disney Cruises might have ruined me for good old-fashioned regular bingo. It was a blast. There was music, there was fun. It was just a good time. Now, this was my first cruise, so maybe this is more common and I just didn't know it, but in true Disney fashion, they had fireworks on the ship. I did not know you could do fireworks show at sea, but they did, and it was awesome. So the next morning we woke up to a beautiful view going for an unexpected stop in Fort Lauderdale, but we got some really good time-lapse video with some cool views of pulling in there. Luckily, Brian got to feeling better and we were able to take in a show the last night. We saw Aladdin and then a cool dinner at Arendelle, the Frozen themed restaurant. That was pretty cool. So Arendelle is another themed restaurant, obviously, and the whole show revolves around it being an engagement party. So that was pretty cool. It was different. Lots of cool live music. the things that was really cool, in addition to the great food, obviously, with the dining at the sit-down restaurants, was that you have a wait staff that travels with you from restaurant to restaurant for all of your seated dining. And that was really cool because we got to know them, they got to know us, they gave us great recommendations based on what they knew we liked. As much as we hated to see the cruise coming to an end, I loved the little guy they made us for our last night.
So we're just about wrapped up on this one. Thanks, guys. If you guys stuck around for the whole video, we really appreciate it. This is a longer video than usual, but we had so much fun that we just wanted to get it out to everybody, and
Yes.
so you can really enjoy what we saw and what we enjoyed. And,
I loved it. Can't wait for the next cruise.
yep, somebody already put a deposit down on the next one. But yeah, so let's close. We're gonna close this one out. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, leave a comment, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate that. It helps us out. And from that, we'll see you on the next one.